Hello everyone, and welcome to the Season 7 Division 2, and we are here for round 10 in Singapore. We're just getting into qualifying now in Singapore, and it is in heavy rain, so all drivers will need the luck this time around, but as I now head on in towards turn 1, we'll stay on board arrows because I frankly cannot be asked to change to anyone else. Moving through in towards turn 3, slightly going off track, but didn't invalidate. In towards 5 now, getting on the power, dropping it down to third gear, sorry, even second, getting back on the power. Maybe not as easy as F123 would be, but you never know. Down in towards turn 7 though, DRS would be here, but since we have the rain falling very heavily, we aren't going to have any, at least for the qualifying, and apparently the sprint race also has rain, so they'll need quite a lot of luck as they now head through in towards turn 10. The old Singapore sling, well, many people could have lost a lot of underbody and part of their floor if they didn't take it right, and then towards the hairpin over the bridge. Getting that breaking point is going to be crucial, as at the moment the Shrews 1-2. I'll talk about the standings afterwards, after we finish qualifying on the formation lap of the sprint race. But on in towards turn 14 now, dropping it down a second and understeering pretty wide, almost into the barrier. But through sector 3, this part of the track won't be here in this year, 2023, when we go to IRL we'll go there in September, I think it is. You'll just cut out that entire section there where the grandstand is, and you'll go straight on in towards the final couple of turns, turn 21 through the final 2 turns, 22, and too wide, almost up pole position though for the feature race with Mitra in P2. No, it's just you're washed. But anyway, J-Trex is going to be on pole position for the sprint and picking up an extra point for pole position as well. Mitra P2, then Swifty in P3, Elmo in P4, Yoris P5, Chris in P6, Mfuck P7, Arrows P8, and Stoney will be starting in last for the feature, but we on pole for the sprint race, so he's going to try his best. The 2MP Motorsport car is down in P7 and P9, so they've got everything to do in the feature race. But the sprint, they could be getting that boost if the rain does stay. As we now load into the sprint race, I will pull up your track stats and the standings as well. Your Marina Bay Street Circuit, 5.063 kilometers, 3.147 miles. It would be 31 laps in the F1 cars. I can't remember what it is in the F2. 23 corners, 14 to the left and 9 to the right, with a lap record being held by Kevin Magnussen, set in 2018 with a 1:41.905 in the F1 cars, mind you. So don't always take that for granted. With a pit loss time, with it being a 37 mile an hour and 60 kilometers an hour, it's 25.5 seconds. Rain last in the race, as Arrows on yours had already been disqualified. That is not something you want, because you'll get cold tires. But I will pull up your standings. Also, Bizzo, if you're wondering why did you like that, it's because I can. But your driver standings after we went to Silverstone last time when it wasn't here, but I think Callum was. I don't remember who actually was here. Anyway, Swifty leading the way on 256.6 ahead of Mitra, who's on 250 J-Trix in P3, then with 204. Arrows P4 with 156, 6 ahead of Miles, who's not here today, but he is in P5. Elmo on 94, Galen Hooks on 91, Nova on 90, Amphuk on 88, and Final Cheese, when he wasn't a reserve, on 83, yours on 68, Hunix on 31, Chris on 29, Duracell when I don't know, is Dura still racing in Division 2 or is he Division 1? I don't remember. No, he's racing for Dams and he's not here tonight, but he is on 22, Stoney on 12, Ryan on 11, Sammy on 4, Piper on 2, and Skull based on 0. With your constructor standing at still, I think it is High Tech leading the way. Yes, it is, with 388 points. Sharu's on P2 with 306. Rosie on 202 in P3. ART 193. Campos 187. MP 182. Carlin on 170. VAR on 156. Dams on 126. And Primer in last on 30. At least they were in the positive, unlike Ferrari in Division 1. I think they actually did get into the... But we will go to the 5 red lights if I can get a good camera angle, that is. We'll go with this one. It is 5 lights are on, and it is going to be... Pedro Meadows, we go racing here in Singapore, go, go, go. Who has got the better start out of the MP Motorsport cars? It is Stoney leading the way in towards turn 1. MP getting the good starts. They're up into 1-2 at the moment. Our sends one down the inside of turn 3. Swifty making his one position already. Chris down 3, heading in towards turn 5. Slight tap in the rear as well from Chris onto Swifty, but he is now keeping it clean. He's got Mitra behind him, but he's got another Campos right in front of him. He's going to be charging on. Elmo already up 2 and getting past Eurus there. So he is making his way up the field, hoping to get closer to Yamfurk just ahead of him, who is also catching a lot on arrows. For some reason his delta is a little bit messed up, but we'll ignore that for now. Mitra is trying to work his way up as well. Whilst his 50 just sitting back in towards the hairpin that they had. He is closing in, but will he be closing in enough to go for an overtake before the DOS gets in? Just going very slow through the hairpin, but on the exit it looks like Swifty got maybe a better mixture, but he couldn't get the speed on straight away. I still think Garros is only 66,000 behind, but he's not. So that is very fun, while Elmo's Delta is also not working. So that is great. F122, let's get off you as soon as we can. Let's go on to 23, please. Is anyone else from moves? Joyce is closing in on Elmo. And we'll be under attack from J-Trix, but someone is trying to go for a move. It is Swifty in towards turn 1, trying to get the bad line on Eurus. In towards turn 3, sending one down the inside. Has he got it though? He was in that car just before mid-season happened, but he is now trying to get ahead. Round the outside of turn 5 if he can do it, otherwise he's going to go for switchback. Down towards turn 7, which he is trying, but is not being close enough to do it just about yet. While he was in that car helping them get P1, the constructors with 388 points, under 200 behind. The dancing one round his outside, was not expecting that, who's trying to send it down the inside of turn 9, so these 5 of them getting into the real battles here. Well, I think as well, Arrows picked off the lead of Stoney, who's going to be under attack from and Elmo behind him. Swifty is falling down the order. What has happened there? Might have been the half spin. Did not catch that though. But it seems like it's all starting to calm down a little bit or so. They all are on the softs, So they will be lasting those 12 laps. I think it's going to be 21 laps then. For the feature race, if I'm right. So the other compound will be the super softs, which they need to make last at least 5 laps or so if they really want any chance of this. But with this Delta being a little bit messed up, I can't even see anything, so that is perfect, honestly. But as we see US under attack again from Mitra this time, trying to go behind his outside, not close enough to getting it done. Well, US is also closing in on Elmo, so this could be a DRS train. It's currently a DRS train from Stony downwards. And for his teammate going for the move, Cheese, who was meant to race, could have maybe had higher positions, but oh well, we've got Stony in. Still think if Cheese was here, he would be leading the race, but oh well. But anyway, US still trying to go for a move on Elmo in towards turn 14, sorry, while J-Trix being overtaken by Chris, who's just gained a time penalty from the track limits. But Swifty is also trying to get past him and put J-Trix back down into where he started. But the battle between Mitra, Chris, J-Trix and Swifty gonna be hard to keep an eye off, as I was setting the fastest lap. On to lap 4 we go as J-Trix runs wide, and Swifty is going to have the chance in towards turn 1. Is he going to go for it though? He's trying on the outside, not close enough to get a move done yet. Trying again is Swifty, but just not close enough at the moment. If there is anyone in the stream who is not racing currently, predictions and shots of who's winning the feature race, because it might give a little bit of insight here. As Swifty is going for it, right on the outside of J-Trix again, in towards turn 8. He's trying it, but he's just not close enough. But J-Trix has fallen out of DRS range of Chris now. He's going to struggle down in towards turn 14. So he's going to need to be careful, because Swifty's going to have the DRS on him. Is he going to be closing in enough? It doesn't seem like he is, but US as well, being pushed through by Mitra, almost able to go for a move on Elmo. But it seems that this race is not going to die down anytime soon. Maybe in the feature race it will die down slightly. I think there was a tie-up on the back of Yos's car by Mitra, breaking a little bit too late. Elmo is almost pushing Stony through the final couple of corners onto the main straight for lap 5 in this race now. Stony has fallen out of DRS range from his teammate, so if anything happens, screwed. Well, Mitra trying to go on the outside of US, still not able to go for it yet. The high-tech is holding him up like a bus. Or a tractor, if you'd say anything. But he's still behind, struggling to get past. But with DRS this time, if he's running a lower wing setup, he could go for it. But it's just Not close enough yet. The braking point is going to be crucial though. In towards turn 7. Has he got the better one as Elmo runs very wide in towards turn 7, in towards turn 8. Almost